Was Benjamin Franklin just an inventor? Or was he the real mastermind behind America's rise to power? Most of us know him from the $100 bill, or as the guy who flew a kite in a thunderstorm. But that's just scratching the surface. Franklin was a printer, a writer, a scientist, a diplomat, a postmaster, and a founding father. He was, in many ways, America's first true Renaissance man, and his influence shaped the very foundation of the nation we know today. Stick with me as we uncover the shocking truth behind the legacy of the genius who electrified America. Born in Boston in 1706, Benjamin Franklin was one of 17 children. His formal education ended at age 10, but his hunger for knowledge was insatiable. He devoured books, teaching himself everything from languages to complex scientific principles. At just 12, he became an apprentice at his brother's print shop. This wasn't just a job. It was his ticket to the world of ideas. Surrounded by words and arguments, he honed his writing skills, even publishing witty articles under the pseudonym Silence. This early experience taught him the power of the printed word, a tool he would use masterfully throughout his life to sway public opinion and ignite a revolution. At 17, Franklin ran away from his apprenticeship in Boston and landed in Philadelphia with just a few coins in his pocket. But Philadelphia was a city of opportunity, and Franklin was a man who knew how to seize it. Within a few years, he established his own successful printing business. He wasn't just printing pamphlets. He was creating culture. His most famous publication, Poor Richard's Almanack, became a colonial bestseller, filled with proverbs. Like a penny saved is a penny earned. It wasn't just an almanac. It was a guide to living a virtuous and industrious life, shaping the American work ethic for generations to come. But Franklin's ambitions stretched far beyond the printing press. He was a natural community organizer. He founded the first lending library in America, making knowledge accessible to ordinary people. He established a volunteer fire department, organized a city watch, and helped found the University of Pennsylvania. He even reformed the colonial postal system, making it more efficient and profitable. Franklin saw problems in his community, and instead of waiting for someone else to fix them, he rolled up his sleeves and created solutions. He was building the civil infrastructure of a new society, brick by brick. Then, of course, there's the science. Franklin was fascinated by the natural world, especially the mysterious force of electricity. The famous kite experiment wasn't just a reckless stunt. It was a carefully designed scientific inquiry to prove that lightning was a form of electricity. This discovery was revolutionary. It led to his invention of the lightning rod, a simple device that saved countless homes and buildings from fires. His work earned him international fame, with the great philosopher Immanuel Kant calling him the Prometheus of modern times. He wasn't just dabbling. He was conducting serious research that placed him among the greatest scientific minds of the 18th century. But Franklin's inventions weren't limited to electricity. Think about the last time you wore bifocal glasses. You can thank Ben for those. He invented them so he would unhave the switch between two pairs of glasses for reading and seeing at a distance. He also created the Franklin stove, a more efficient and safer way to heat homes. What's remarkable is that he never patented any of his inventions. He believed that they should be shared freely for the benefit of all humanity. This spirit of public service was the driving force behind everything he did, from science to politics. As tensions with Great Britain reached a boiling point, Franklin's role evolved from civic leader to revolutionary statesman. He had spent years in London as a representative for several colonies, trying to bridge the growing divide. He witnessed firsthand the British Parliament's arrogance and its dismissal of American grievances. His testimony against the Stamp Act in 1766 was a masterclass in political persuasion, leading to its repeal. But his efforts for reconciliation ultimately failed, and he returned to America, convinced that independence was the only path forward. Upon his return in 1775, the 69-year-old Franklin was immediately elected to the Second Continental Congress. He was the oldest delegate, a voice of wisdom and experience among younger, more radical revolutionaries like John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. He was appointed to the Committee of Five to draft the Declaration of Independence. While Jefferson was the primary author, Franklin's edits were crucial. His most famous change. Altering Jefferson as we hold these truths to be sacred and undeniable to the more powerful and universal. We hold these truths to be self-evident. It was a simple change. but it captured the spirit of the Enlightenment perfectly. With the Revolutionary War underway, America desperately needed a powerful ally. The choice was obvious: France. And the man for the job? Benjamin Franklin. He arrived in Paris in 1776, not as a stuffy diplomat, but as a symbol of American ingenuity and rustic charm. He played the part brilliantly, wearing a simple fur cap instead of a powdered wig, and captivating French society with his wit and intellect. He became a celebrity, his face appearing on everything, from snuff boxers to medallions. His popularity wasn't just for show. It was a strategic tool. He skillfully navigated the complex world of European diplomacy, securing the critical French alliance in 1778. Without French money, soldiers, and naval power, the American Revolution might have failed. After the victory at Yorktown, Franklin's work was still not done. He stayed in Paris to negotiate the peace treaty with Great Britain. Alongside John Jay and John Adams, he secured incredibly favorable terms for the new United States in the 1783 Treaty of Paris. The treaty not only recognized American independence, but also granted the new nation vast territories stretching to the Mississippi River, doubling its size. Franklin had played the long game, and he had won. He returned home a hero, the man who had wrestled lightning from the sky and the scepter from tyrants. Even in his final years, Franklin's public service continued. He was a delegate to the Constitutional Convention in 1787. At 81, frail and in poor health, he was a calming presence during the heated debates. His final great public act was his passionate plea for the abolition of slavery. He became the president of the Pennsylvania Abolition Society and petitioned Congress to end the cruel institution, cementing his legacy as a forward-thinking moral leader. So, was Benjamin Franklin just an inventor? Far from it. He was a polymath who excelled in a dozen fields. He was the ultimate American self-made man, a tireless public servant, and a brilliant strategist who secured America's independence on the world stage. His life story is the story of America, itself a journey of curiosity, ambition, and the relentless pursuit of a better world. He didn't just electrify America with his experiments, he energized its spirit and illuminated its path to greatness. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this journey into Benjamin Franklin's life as fascinating as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the figures who shaped our world. Let us know in the comments which historical figure you'd like us to cover next. Until then, stay curious.